Om Param Tattvaya Narayanaaya Gurubhyo Namaha. Om Krim Krim Bhutnathaya Namaha. Om Trim Trim Trijataya Namaha. Om Lim Divichetnanandaya Namaha. I pray at the lotus feet of Divine Mother, Shri Lalitambika, and at the lotus feet of my Divine Gurus. So we are going to the shloka numbers 104 and 105. Also I will try to complete 106 and 107 from the Lalita Sahasranamavali, which actually translates, when you see the names, it will translate to 504 till it will go to 527. So we are going to try to cover those names today, understand the meaning of those names. We have been I've been telling you in the previous videos that these are set of meditations mentioned in the Lalita Sahasranam, and meditations on the various chakras in our body. These chakras form the system of the Kundalini. So we have studied about Lalita Sahasranam, and I have spoken that she is the Kundalini residing in our body. She is the Kundalini Shakti. So that Kundalini Shakti travels through 6 centers in our body. Those are known as chakras. So in the previous videos we discussed about the Vishuddhi Chakra and the form of Lalita there. We discussed which is the Vishuddhi Chakra is in the throat. Then we discussed about the heart chakra and the form of Lalita which resides there. We spoke in detail. Then we described about the navel chakra in the form of Lalita that resides there. We spoke about that, what she likes, what are the offerings to be given to her, how she presides in our body in the form of skin, the blood, the flesh. You can go to previous videos and hear them. Now let's go to the next chakra. It says here, Swadhishtanam Bhujjagata Chaturvaktra Manohara Shuladhyayuddha Sampanna Pitavarnati Garvita Medho Nishtha Madhuprita Bandinyadi Samanvita Dadhyanasakta Hridaya Kakini Rupadharini. Which is, when we say the names, it will go Om Swadhishtanam Bhujjagataya Namaha, Om Chaturvaktra Manoharaya Namaha, Om Shuladhyayuddha Sampannaya Namaha, Om Pita Varnaya Namaha, Om Atigarvitaya Namaha, Om Medonishthaya Namaha, Om Madhupritaya Namaha, Om Bandinyadi Samanvitaya Namaha, Om Dadhyanasakta Hridayaya Namaha, Om Kakini Rupadharinyai Namaha. So in the Swadhisthana chakra is very close to your private parts in the body, just four fingers up, and it is in between the private part and our navel. So the focus goes there, you know, and what we visualize there is again a lotus, and the lotus is of 6 petals, and there the form of Lalita is sitting, and she is known as Kakini. All right, so she is known as Kakini. And how does she look like? She Chaturvaktra Manohara. They say Chaturvaktra Manohara. She is very Manohar. Manohar means very pleasing to the eyes, and she has 4 faces. If you have heard the previous videos, at the Vishuddhi she had 1 face, at the heart she had 2, at the navel she had 3. Now at the Swadhisthana chakra she has 4 faces, Chaturbhuj. Okay, and then Shulada Yuddha Sampannaya Namaha. Now here she is having a trident as the weapon. Om Pita Varnaya Namaha, and the color of Kakini, of Lalita Kakini, is Pita Varna, means yellow. So if you remember the colors when we are meditating, the first color here was rosy, rose like, okay, pinkish, saffron, red, mixed hue. Okay, and then the next hue, the next color which was at the heart center was Shyam, means dark bluish color or dark color, any dark grayish color, bluish color, like that. Then she was Rakta Varna, means she was red color in the navel. Red means blood red or the fire red, because the navel center is the center of fire. So the color of the fire which is red, that kind of color of the chakra is there in the navel. Now here when we go down below, we go down to the Swadhisthana chakra. In the Swadhisthana chakra, she is Pita Varna. She is in yellow color and she has 4 faces. So 1 face, 2 face, 3 face and down 4 face. Alright. And she has one very dignified look. Ati Garvita. Ati Garvitaya Namaha. She is very dignified. So she is sitting there with her 4 faces and a very, very dignified lady. Beautiful lady with 4 faces with a trident in her hand. She is sitting there with all yellow complexion. The flower, the lotus is also yellow and it has 6 petals in it. So in the middle of 6 petals, yellow colored lotus, she is the one sitting in the form of Rakini. And in those petals, there are other Shaktis surrounding her and helping her. In fact, Sri Lalita herself has become those Shaktis. Alright. Then they say, Om Medo Nishthaya Namaha. Medo Nishthaya Namaha means she is the one who is presiding over all our fats in the body. So remember, we had gone from in the previous videos I have spoken that Lalita is the one residing on the skin, then she is residing in the blood, then she is residing in the flesh. Now in the form of Kakini, she is residing in our fats. So all the fat on the body is actually nourished, sustained and given to us and maintained by Srimati Lalita. Om Madhupritaya Namaha. At this point, the offering to her is Madhu. Madhu means honey. Alright. Madhu also means our pride. Madhu or Madhu, the offering of Madhu or the offering of honey, is again is like the offering of our sweet devotion. Another one is Madhu means pride. It means offering of our pride. This is at that chakra, we are mostly in our animalistic nature. Okay. So offering of our pride. Why are we having that animalistic nature? I have spoken that again and again. There are 6 things that makes us animal like. If we get rid of that, we become divine. Kam, Krodh, Lobh, Moh, Mad, Matsar. Okay. So Kam, Krodh, all that. So all of the 6 things, if we give it to Divine Mother, alright, then we become purified. So at this point they say Madhu. Madhu means one other thing is honey. Give her honey. Give her the sweetness of your love. Give her the sweetness of your devotion. Alright. Another thing is there was a demon called Madhu who was killed by Krishna. So that kind of demon who is filled with pride which is there inside us, that also we are offering it to Divine Mother. Means all our negative qualities, whatever it is there, we humbly bow ourselves at her feet and we ask her that kill that Madhu demon in us, kill it and make us suitable to be accepted by you. Oh Mother Divine, we offer ourselves at your feet. That has to be the feeling. We sacrifice all our animalistic tendencies at your feet. Please accept us, O Divine Mother, at your feet. So this is what it is. Madhupritaya Namaha. Om Bandhanyadi Samanvitaya Namaha. And in this chakra, in this lotus chakra, she is surrounded by Bandhini and other 5 Shaktis. So on all the 6 petals, there are other Shaktis. Sometimes in future, when we discuss about Sri Chakra, maybe I'll go in detail and explain about each and every Shakti. Then the next one is Om Dadyanasakta Hridayaya Namaha. One more thing here she likes is Dadyanasakt. She likes yogurt, white yogurt. So Dadyanasakt Hridayaya Namaha. Again, I have explained this. When we see dahi means yogurt. Yogurt is actually a different form of milk. Alright. Milk is liquid form, milk is very pure. Okay. And yogurt, in the milk, when we mix yogurt culture, it becomes yogurt, it becomes thicker, it changes its form. Alright. And from the yogurt comes butter, and from butter comes ghee. I discussed this procedure in the one of the previous videos. So our mind is like the milk. Alright. Now when it is like a milk, whatever water you mix in the milk, it will go on diluting, it will go on mixing. Alright. So when the mind is like a milk, whatever worldly thoughts are there, these are like worldly waters. If you mix it in the mind is going to get diluted and go towards the world. But when we add the yogurt culture, now when I say yogurt culture in the milk, yogurt culture means the name of the Lord, Yogurt culture means the kripa of the Guru, the grace of the Guru, all this. When we mix that to our mind, to that milk of the mind, which is now, the milk right now is ready to mix, but when we mix the name of the Lord or the name of our Guru or Guru Kripa, then this milk starts curdling or starts becoming solidified. Okay, and that solidified yogurt mind, okay, here at Swadhisthana Chakra she is saying, I accept that, I like it. So Divine Mother, to Divine Mother you offer your mind, which is now, even though it is mixed with the worldly waters, but still it is also gotten the kripa, the mercy of Divine Mother. You know, it is still not in its very purified state, it is still in that yogurt stage, little bit sour, okay, the mind, but you have gotten the name, you have gotten Guru Kripa, you mix that, and that yogurt like mind, now you offer it to Divine Mother. Okay, so here she says Dadhya-Nasak. I again last time also explained, below the navel is all our animalistic tendencies, and above the navel is our divine qualities. So here Dadhya-Nasak Hridayaya Namaha, she likes to get the offerings of the curd, means we are not pure, we are mixed with the worldly thoughts, yet we are trying our hard, our best, we are putting our hard efforts and our best efforts to go towards God, to sincerely practice, to do the sadhana given by our Guru, to whatever Lalita Amma has given to us. With whatever we are doing, all that offering, Divine Mother accepts it. So here when we meditate on that, we have to meditate in that form, that in the Swadhisthana Chakra, Divine Mother is sitting surrounded by 6 Shaktis, their names are starting from Bandhini, and she is a very, very dignified lady, and she likes the offerings of honey, she likes the offering of our yogurt mind, okay, and she is having the trident, she is yellow in color, and she is having 4 faces. With this kind of meditation, we will go to the next sloka. In the next sloka, the meditation goes to the Mooladhar now. Okay, Mooladhar means the base of our spinal cord. Base of our spinal cord. So let me just read the shlokas there. The shlokas are Mooladharambujarudha Panchavaktrasi Sanstita Ankushadi Praharna Varadadi Nishevita Mudkaudana Chitta Sakinyamba Sarupini Agya Chakrabja Nilya Shuklavarna Shadanana Majja Sanstha Hansavati Mukhya Shakti Samanvita Haridra Naikarasika Hakini Rupadharini. These are shlokas 106 to 108. Now the names will go like Om Mooladharambujarudhaya Namaha, Om Panchavaktraya Namaha, Om Asti Sanstitaya Namaha, Om Ankushadi Praharanaya Namaha, Om Varadadi Nishevitaya Namaha, Om Mudgaudana Saktachitaya Namaha, Om Sakinyamba Sarupinne Namaha, Om. This is up till 520. So the names which I chanted was from 514 to 520 in the Namavali. So now the meditation goes on the Mooladhar. What is Mooladhar? Mooladhar is the base of your spine. So we discussed about the chakra, and I already told that Mother is living in our body in the form of Kundalini Shakti. That Kundalini Shakti is also known as Prana Shakti. Where does this Kundalini Shakti travel? It travels in the spinal cord. So our prana is traveling in the spinal cord. In the spinal cord, she travels like a thin thread, whose color is like that of lightning. You know, when you see the lightning or the thunder lightning, as we say, have you seen, if you can see the brightness of that lightning, how thin it is and how it appears for a fraction of a second, that kind of brightness. So Divine Mother is residing in our body in the form of Prana Shakti, in the form of Kundalini Shakti, and she travels through our spinal cord. Alright, and the starting point is the Mooladhar, which is the base of the spine, and it goes all the way through the spine, all the way till the top of the head, which is the Sahasrara. So starting point is the Mooladhara, top point is the Sahasrar, and in between there are the 6 stations which we mentioned. So if you go from bottom, it is Mooladhara, Swadhisthana, Navel Chakra, Manipur, then Agya Chakra, which is this center. Now here Divine Mother is actually shining. The Kundalini, when it rises all the way till here, she is shining bright like golden, like millions of suns. So that Varna here they have mentioned is Shukla Varnaya Namaha, Om Shukla Varnaya Namaha. So when you start meditation, earlier it will be darker in color, slowly that darkness goes away and all you will see is light. So first is the light is very just like the sun, but mother's color is Shukla Varna. Shukla Varna means the sun of the color of millions of rising suns. That much brightness she is here. So Shukla Varnaya Namaha, Agya Chakrabja Nilyaya Namaha, Shukla Varnaya Namaha. These verses which I read are in the Namavali, they are 521, 522, 523, 524, all the way till 527. So here, 2 petals, Divine Mother is sitting here, golden color, the color of rising suns, not 1 or 2, millions. Then how much faces? You will guess it now. We know 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, coming up here 6 faces. So they say Divine Mother Lalita here is residing in a golden color, golden lotus with 2 petals and with 6 faces. And we have already in the different names we have heard. So she resides in the skin, she resides in the blood, she resides in the flesh, she resides in the fats, she resides in the bone. Now, where does she reside? In this form, she resides in our bone marrow. So all the parts, she is the one who is residing. She is the one who is sustaining this body. She is the one who is nourishing this body. So in this form, she is the one flowing through the bone marrow of every living being. And Om Hansavati Mukhya Shakti Samanvitaya Namaha. She is surrounded by 2 Shaktis, Hamsa. Okay, so Hamsavati and other Shaktis. Om Haridranaik Rasikaya Namaha. And here she likes Haridranaik. Haridran means yellow colored rice or saffron flavored rice. Haridranaik Rasikaya Namaha. Om Hakini Rudharena Namaha. Here she is mentioned as Hakini. So we learned of different names. Here she is mentioned as Hakini. Now she is surrounded by Hansavati. They say she is Hansavati. Hansa, actually there is a lot of meaning of Hansa. Since we are discussing, let me just explain some of them. Hansa is a bird. Okay, and it is mentioned in many of our scriptures that Hamsa has a quality of separating milk from water. So if you give a cup of milk to a Hamsa bird, which is milk mixed with water, it will only drink the milk. It will leave the water aside. So this is a bird which is mentioned in our scriptures. Now to interpret that, to understand that, it is said Hamsa is that person whose mind only knows to extract the right thing and leave away the wrong thing. So like suppose we hear 1 hour lecture. In the lecture there are so many things, but whatever is right, which you feel right for your spiritual growth, Hansa will take those extract. It will only take the good things, it will only take the spiritual things, and it will reject the worldly talks. So like that. So Hamsa is someone who will take all the spiritual talks to itself, and it will reject all the worldly talks. So those devotees are called Hamsa. And from Hamsa comes Paramahansa. So we have heard of Paramahansa, Yogananda, Paramahansa, Ramakrishna. So these were people who were living in the world, but yet they were not affected by world. They were like completely spiritualized. They were like the pure Hansas, only in taking the spiritual talks, spiritual things. So Paramhansa. So Hansavati Mukhya Shakti Samanvitaya Namaha means here she is surrounded by this kind of Shaktis who are that pure. So a devotee whose attention is here, this is the center of logic also. Whenever we are thinking something, whenever we want answers for something, it's our natural tendency to go and focus here. So all our thinking abilities come from here. All our feeling abilities come from here. So there are two kinds of devotees. One who feel and worship Divine Mother. Another one who go through logic, the Gyanis. So the Gyanis, the focus will be here. But somebody who is in love, naturally, with emotion, their focus will be here. Their heart center will be more developed than their Agya Chakra. But for Gyanis, the Agya Chakra will be more developed than their heart center. But for Paramahansas, this is also developed, this is also developed, everything is in equilibrium. Okay? So their Gyan is also perfect, their feeling is also perfect. Hamsas. So those kind of devotees are Hamsas. And here they say, she likes the offerings of saffron flavored Haridra Nekrasika, she likes yellow rice. And here she is known as Hakini. So this is the meditation on Agya Chakra. Again and again I have repeated, to meditate, take any one chakra and sit on that chakra. Visualize these forms. Like when we sit on the Agya Chakra, she is having 6 face, she is bright like the shining suns, okay? And we can offer her saffron colored rice, and in our body she is in the bone marrow, like that. Now let's go from here, go to the Sahasradal, to the crown chakra. Here it is said that there is 1000 petals, Sahasradal chakra. So here those meditation has been mentioned here in Lalita Sahasranam. These are verses 109 to 110. Sahasradal Padmastha Sarvavarnopashobhita Sarva Yuddhadhara Shukla Sansita Sarvatomukhi Sarvaudana Prita Chitta Yakinamba Sarupini Swaha Swadamatir Medha Shruti Smritir Anuttama. When we read these names, the names are from 528, starting from 528 all the way up till 534. And the names are Om Sahasradal Padmasthai Namaha, Sarvavarnopashobhitai Namaha, Sarvayuddhadharai Namaha, Shukla Sansthithai Namaha, Sarvato Mukhyai Namaha, Sarvaudan Prita Chittai Namaha, Om Yakinyamba Sarupinyai Namaha. So what it says here, now from here take your meditation all the way to the Sastra. So she is sitting here in a 1000 petal lotus. And here all the colors are there, not just one color. All. Sarva Varnopashobhitai Namaha. She is shining with many colors. Sarva Yuddhadharai Namaha. She does not have one or two weapons here now. Whatever weapons you can imagine, she is having all the weapons. Understand this. We say Sahasradal, we say 1000. But that 1000 is not actually 1000 in the way we say in worldly terms. That 1000 means infinite. Infinite in the sense, there are infinite brain cells in us, in our head area, in our skull. In all the brain cells, it is her only. She is the one who is sitting here from the brains. She comes here, sits at the logic. She is the one sitting in the brain, signaling us to feel the emotions. She is the one in the brain who is giving signals to our skin. She is the one in the brain who is making all the body parts function properly. So in the brain, there is not just 1000 cells, there is infinite cells, nobody can count. Similarly, she is presiding in each and every cell. Sahasradal Padmasthai Namaha. Wherever there is a word Sahasra, we are trying to put a number in our worldly terms, but always interpret in your head, Sahasra means infinite. Like sometimes for God they say Sahasra Purusha, Sahasra Aksha. Sahasra Aksha means 1000 eyes, somebody with 1000 eyes. Sahasra Purusha means somebody who can divide himself into 1000 forms. Sahasra Bahu, somebody who can divide into 1000 hands. But no, God is not limited to 1000. God is unlimited, God is infinite, God is in multiple of thousands. So when I say Sahasra, Sahasra means multiple of thousands. So Sahasradal Padmastha means each and every brain cell. She is the one. Each and every nerve center that is here, we are functioning from here. This is our main center, you know. Each and every nerve, each and every brain cell, everything is included in that Sahasrara Padma, and she is the one presiding in each and every thing. And all the various colors, the brain is giving us the indication which color, different colors, right? So every color is all here. Alright, and all the weapons are there. Shukla Sanstitaya Namaha. And Om Shukla Sanstitaya Namaha. She is the one who is presiding over the vital fluid. Shukla Sanstita. So Shukla is basically white. So in the white blood corpuscle, she is the one. Anything that in the body is white, she is the one. The vital fluid which causes the creation, the procreation, she is presiding in that. Okay. Om Sarvato Mukhye Namaha. Sarvato Mukhye Namaha. She is the one whose face is in all direction. I told you, Sahasrabahu, Sahasraksh, Sahasramukhi. So here they are coming with Sarvato Mukhye. Sarvato Mukhye means everywhere. Wherever you see, it's only her. You see humans, it's only her. You see animals, it's only her. You see mountains, it's only her. You see trees, it's only her. You see the sky, it's only her. You feel the air, it's only her. You drink the water, it's only her. You feel the coolness of the water, it's only her. Everywhere, wherever you see, it's only Sri Lalita. Sri Lalita. Sarvato Mukhya Namaha. Sarvato Mukhya Namaha. Sarvodhan Prita Chittaya Namaha. Now here, there's not one kind of food. Every food that you give, she's the one who's going to enjoy it. Every food has a different taste. So when they say Sarvodhan, there's a lot of meaning to the Sarvodhan. Sarvodhan means food. All kind of offerings she enjoys. Because every food, every offering has a particular rasa in it, particular taste in it. We feel the taste here, but the taste is coming, the sensation is coming from here. Okay? So every food here, when we are worshipping Divine Mother here, whatever you can imagine, whatever you can visualize, you can offer it to her. All sorts of food. Om Yakinyamba Surupini Namaha. Here in the Sahasrara, she is sitting in the form of Yakini. So this is name in the Namavali, it is 534. Om Yakinyamba Surupini Namaha. So she is sitting in our Sahasrara as Yakini. So this was the meditation all the way from the Vishuddhi Chakra. It started and then it went all the way to Muladhara, and then from Muladhara it straight away came to Agya, and then Agya to Sahasrara, and there are different names of Devi at all the different points. The meditation is very simple. Make it separate. Sit down somewhere for 5 minutes, 10 minutes, whatever. Take one chakra every day, and one day a week try to incorporate all the 6-7 chakras. So that way you'll be able to sit longer, and when you pick up one chakra, when you meditate on one form, just stay there for as long as you can linger upon there, you know. If I'm sitting on Vishuddhi Chakra, just sit on Vishuddhi Chakra. There is no hurry to go to another chakra. When the mind starts getting restless, then you take the mind to another chakra. See, our mind has the nature of enjoying variety. We have fed it so much variety, and God has given us so much variety. So meditation also, when we start feeding variety in our meditation, it becomes easier for the mind. Otherwise it's a lot of struggle just to make a mind sit at one place. It's struggle. It's not easy. So here so many things have been given to us in Lalita Sahasranam. You can take the mind and keep the mind engrossed either in the form or in the pastime or something like Kundalini Chakra meditation. And meditation also is so dynamic. Not just one chakra, not just boring, oh sit here, no. In week 1, only one chakra. How many faces? What's her name? What does she like? Just focus on there. In week 2, go to the next. Week 3, go to the next. Like week 7, you will be done with all the 7. And slowly, when your concentration increases, you'll be able to do all the 7 chakras in one go, in one sitting. So try to practice like that. Try to feel her presence. When you get up from chakra meditation, the calmness. One more thing to notice, to keep in mind is, I see that whenever people are chanting mantras or they chant Lalita Sahasranam, They chant the Lalita Sahasranam and immediately they are in a hurry to do some other worldly work. Train your mind to not to be in a hurry. Take out time daily, sit quietly in one place, chant the names, go in quiet mode. When you get up also, take that quietness, take that peace in your work as long as you can continue. Being quiet, being silent, being in calm pose, keeping the mind calm. Don't just allow it to jump into some other topic. Same way with meditation. One chakra you meditated, you felt the peace, you felt the calmness. Just be there for some time, or as long as you can linger. If you cannot sit for long, get up, go to your work, but don't talk. Don't mix up with people for some time, as long as you can. If you practice like this, you will see a great change in your mind, in your whole appearance, in the way you are conducting everything. It will be very, very effective meditation. So remember, do your meditation sincerely. When you get up from the meditation, do not talk to people. Do not jump into worldly topics immediately. Slowly, gradually, go in the world, quietly do your work. Slowly, your mind will come down. Then you mix up with the world. That's how we meditate. So with this, the meditation of all the chakras is over. If you have any questions, please feel free to write to us, and whenever possible, I'll definitely reply. Thank you very much. Jai Ma.